Right. Well, hello people. Today I'm going to do more weird stuff with art and weird principles. So today's project is going to be showing you how I've worked with reclaimed lino that I found in a dumpster whilst they are busy renovating rooms on campus. So this piece here is the piece that was taken out, and as you can see it's been torn. And I have already carved it, and to prepare it for printing I took off the back, the glue that was stuck on the back, as you can see with this one, which would have inhibited the press rolling. So I took it off for this one, but in later prints and some of the other pieces I left it on to keep the aesthetic that it gave, because the ink did not pull off as great. So this is a piece that I'm going to be using in this example, and yeah, these are other pieces that I have done with that piece of, or the same lino from the same site but different cuts. And here is one print that I did of this plate. See that? I think I'm going to come this way now.
Okay, we're going to cut that off.
You actually should have come this way a while ago.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to keep that zebra. Okay. So first we're going to start by taking off what's at the back here. This is just a general wood carving Lino-cut tool that you will get in all the sets of 6. So as you can see, I'm scraping off the glue at the back, which in this case is still soft and is just glue, but in the case of this piece was very much hard and dry and was attached at pieces of cement and other gunk attached to it, which I have a piece that I can show you. La 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 la. This here is a roll of the same lino, or similar lino, which came out of the same skip. So as you can see here, there's a piece of cement stuck. Here's the glue that I had to work off, and here it's relatively clean, but in some areas the cement was so caked on that when I printed, they embossed, they caused the pressure to go all wonky, and they ran too high, and yeah, so that was this lino. Okay, so we'll continue with the cleaning here. Nah. And you don't have to be precious about the back of the lino, well, so long as you don't cut out big chunks, because Lino-cut is basically a contact printing method, so you don't have to worry about that much about the depth of mark in the back of the surface. There.
Boring.
Okay, there I've cleaned off
the
back of the piece. So this is the front that I'll be working on. And so I don't think I'm going to make the whole piece because this is slightly long and annoying. So I'm going to cut off a section with an old telephone case. I will measure. That is my spot. Draw a line up my cell phone. We're starting. Oh, Coke. Good. Yeah.
Can I stop you?
Why? Okay, I've been given a question for technical advice whilst working. My camera assistant is being picky. Okay, so he said I must say what I'm doing, which I'll do. So here I've just used this old iPhone case and my pencil to draw out a line which I'm using the straight edge wood carving tool to more chisely. So there's a 45 chisel angle carving tool, which I'm using to carve down the line, and which would end up cutting the liner. But with this liner, I don't have to cut all the way through. I can cut it halfway, and then we can bend off maybe a little more. A little more. So we cut, and we cut, and we cut, and then we bend. Ha! See? And it breaks. Because otherwise we've got to cut through, and cutting through is tedious. Okay, so now we discard the other piece onto the bed, and we have our piece of liner that we're going to use, which you can see is no longer square, and I don't feel like making it, well, it's not rectangular, and I don't feel like making it completely rectangular because I quite enjoy the edges. With this one it became quite interesting, and I also made a composite print in which I took this plate and its comrade plates that were torn apart with it together, which had three completely different images, and I printed them as one, which looked quite interesting. So now I'm going to draw out a design on here with a general pencil, which I will then outline more in detail because the pencil rubs off, with a permanent marker, black one, and a red one. And I've also got another permanent marker of a different make, and I've got a micron 0.5 marker that I might use. Okay, so for this, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, baby? Edgy sides. I think we'll do. Yay. Keep on. Sit on. Yeah. So, excited. We're going to freestyle the drawing. Other people do take this drawing and they develop it. They draw it out on paper, then they scan it in, and then they print it out onto magnetic ink, which you then press, use their iron onto the liner. But when you do that, well, the one benefit of doing that is you can do it correctly, and then by doing the process of pressing it, printing it on, you invert the image, which means you won't have to worry about text, because if you had to write, well, let's grab paper. If we had to write anything in this sense, right, question on the apple did fall far from the tree. If we have to say we want the print to give us this type in, well, left to right instead of inverted, we'd have to flip it, and we'd have to work out on the apple. Well, I don't know, can't show you much. But if you look at that with behind the light, you can see that the text, that is how you'll have to do your text in order to get it correct. Okay, but I'm not dealing with text. I dislike text in my work, so I'll be just doing a general image. But yeah, here I can illustrate it pretty well. Here's a print that I have made of this plate, and as you can see, the print is the mirror image of the plate, which means that one way you can check if your type or your figure comes out correctly is you can check it out against the mirror, because then you will know what it would look like inverted. Okay, so let us get on with the drawing. And one of the important things to remember when doing any form of art is that most of the time the lines are just the guidelines. We don't have to follow them, we don't have to stay inside them. If I feel like adding a line straight through, I can, which will give it an interesting element in the print, because what we see here is that it overlays, but when we print it, it will come out as a single tone. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, hello. Okay, back again. Oh. So, we're done with the drawing. We have the plan. And this is going to stay black. This is going right in black. Invert. Okay. And then, so, here are my tools. I have some very fancy, expensive ones, which you don't actually need. You can pull it off with these ones, or there is an even cheaper type looking one, which looks, well, we buy it in a set, which comes with a handle and interchangeable heads, which have different shapes and assortments to do what you need them to do. So here I have feel Swiss made ones. I have set B, and I also, because my mark making varies depending on what I'm doing, and sometimes working too fine for this, so I also bought set C. So this is, you don't have to invest in all of this. This isn't actually necessary. You can pull it off with other tools. Just depends on how you work with your equipment. So I'm going to use these guys. As you can see, I have a wide gouge. Then I also have a same bit, a very fine U gouge for fine lines, and this is for clearing space very quickly. Backwards. Whilst these other ones, that one is for clearing space slow. And there's a difference between the U's and the gouges and the points, V points, because the V's, that's another U, the V's, as you can see, are V-cut, which means that they will go constantly in until the edge of the blade, expanding as they go. But the U's, that's another V, oh, this is the U. The U's have a point where they will, so the V will go like that. If your liner is there, it will constantly go in, getting wider and wider as it goes down. But the U, because it's shaped like that, it will go in, will leave a little cut, and the next cut it will go in, it will be the same width, just deeper, which means that you definitely have a line that is of that width, and the depth would be better for printing. Here you'll have a wider one, which makes it difficult to control, or more interesting. Okay, so in a later clip I will follow up with how I carve. So this we're just doing an introduction to stuff, and as I say, you don't actually need this. You can get by with these. I used these in my first, second and third year varsity, so, and they got me by, got me through many projects. I just got these because I stuck to lino and I went to
okay, let's see.
Let's put it on. Let's put it on the computer, so.
Okay. Oh, you wanna see it?
Yeah, then we could watch them all at once.
Okay.
Yeah. Plug this bit in. Oh, you have the lid, right?
Yeah, there. It's over there. Do you need it?
Yeah, so it can cover the lens. You can protect the lens. That's what it's there for. Oh yeah. Yeah. See that?
Oh.
See that? It happened.
What? What happened?